Today, we showcase one of the most horrific high-speed police chases. These intense pursuits reveal reckless driving and the determination of officers to protect their communities. Join us as we recount the harrowing moments that define these adrenaline-fueled events. In Grand Rapids in the state of Michigan, on August 19, 2022, troopers from the Michigan State Police pursued a stolen vehicle occupied by juveniles through the city of Grand Rapids and into the city of Wyoming.
Westbound, please. Now, westbound. You're ready, sir? Westbound, Oakville, come up.
Westbound Oakville, approaching Eastern.
Southbound, Eastern? Southbound, Eastern.
Southbound Eastern.
The suspect was driving recklessly, showing a complete disregard for the safety of other motorists on the road. It's important to note that we do not support this kind of behavior. Instead, we encourage learning from these mistakes to promote safer driving for everyone.
Come up 28th Street. Number 2 is overhead.
Accommodates crash. Crash. Still southbound.
The suspect collided with another driver at the intersection, but continued fleeing as if nothing had happened.
South of 28, suspect still southbound. From Eastern. Looks like he lost a clear out the passenger side. Going to be southbound on Division, southbound on Division.
Too slow, my man.
After the suspect collided with another vehicle, he lost a tire and exited the car, attempting to flee on foot. He was apprehended moments later and arrested. We have immense respect for our troopers for doing their job and handling situations like this every day. In Utica, in the state of New York, while on patrol near the specified venue, 50 MASH issued a BOLO for a suspect vehicle linked to a retail fraud and felonious assault case with the Utica Police Department. They reported that during a pursuit, the suspect vehicle had rammed their patrol car multiple times before the chase was terminated at M53 and 27 Mile Road. Described as a gold Jeep, the suspect vehicle was last seen heading eastbound on 32 Mile Road. As Trooper was traveling west on 32 Mile Road from North Avenue, the update was received, and upon reaching Romeo Plank Road, the suspect vehicle was spotted traveling eastbound. Trooper promptly turned around and followed the suspect.
Edward D. David, 0372.
You called 82 from Romeo Plank? 400, you said it.
32 and we'll pass.
Okay. Near Monterey. Okay. Everything else, that's one more.
County's trying to catch up.
Sure. So it's real far with, what you looking at, okay?
The suspect was fleeing, entering the westbound lanes and aggressively passing vehicles traveling eastbound on 32 Mile. Trooper advised 50 MASH and Station 20 of involvement in the pursuit. The driver was subsequently identified as Joseph Lee Jackson.
Negative. Still eastbound through
What's your location?
Still eastbound through 9 Avenue.
Great, you're something like that.
Traffic's opened up a little bit. Speeds are going through Omaha.
Hey, what's your Omaha traffic light in that?
Traffic is light. Speeds are 95.
Traffic light, 295.
For the next 10 minutes, the pursuit continued with Trooper closely behind the suspect. Meanwhile, another trooper prepared spike strips, deploying them as the suspect approached his position.
He's flashed. He's out. He's flipped. He's flashed. He's out. He's flipped. Yes, there's one on foot. He went northbound through the storage yard here. I'm going to check on the passenger.
After the suspect crashed his vehicle, he exited and fled on foot. Troopers quickly approached the vehicle and arrested the passenger. Later that day, the suspect was located and taken into custody. In Hillsborough County in the state of Florida. On April 29, 2024, at approximately 11:20 a.m., Trooper observed a black Dodge Charger exceeding 110 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone on I-275 North, weaving through traffic. Maintaining sight of the vehicle, Trooper noted a light-skinned black male driver, a female passenger, and a black male in the rear. When Trooper positioned behind the Charger to initiate a stop, the driver accelerated and veered left. Trooper activated emergency lights and sirens and advised the Tampa Bay Regional Communications Center to hold traffic as the pursuit began. The violator reached speeds over 130 miles per hour on I-275, weaving through traffic and using the left shoulder to pass. At one point, he exceeded 147 miles per hour, pulling away even as I matched his speed. He exited at mile marker 40B, ran a red light at S. Lois Ave and SR 60, and continued south on S. Lois Ave.
Westbound past McKay. Westbound past McKay. Westbound past McKay. Westbound past McKay. He's a signal forward. He's a signal forward. Down forward. Signal forward. What's your forward? Get out the car! Get out the car! That's him right there?
The driver was successfully stopped after a lengthy chase and arrested without further incident. In Savannah, in the state of Georgia, on May 27, 2022, Trooper was traveling west on Interstate 516 near milepost 6. While in the outside lane, Trooper observed a dark-colored vehicle in front passing cars at a high rate of speed in the inside lane. Trooper positioned behind the vehicle and activated the front radar, measuring its speed at 85 miles per hour in a posted 55 miles per hour zone. Upon closer inspection, the vehicle was identified as a black Nissan Altima. Trooper activated emergency lights and siren to perform a traffic stop. The vehicle began to pull onto the right shoulder, nearly crashing into the guardrail, before re-entering the outside lane. It failed to signal while entering the Augusta Avenue exit ramp and approached the stop sign at Augusta Avenue, making a left turn without stopping or signaling, albeit slowly. The vehicle then continued and made another left turn onto the Interstate 516 East on-ramp without signaling. Trooper promptly advised Troop F Communications that the vehicle was not stopping, and Trooper was engaged in a vehicle pursuit.
Still rolling. Getting back onto the interstate. Go ahead and show me 1080.
That's good for another.
Officer 7, Officer 39, 1080.
Speed of 93, we're coming up on 16.
We're coming to y'all.
Get on I-16. I'll tell you if we're going east or west. Stand by. Going toward me.
The Altima then entered Interstate 16 west without signaling. Once on the interstate, the vehicle continued to travel at a high speed, rapidly approaching other traffic. In some instances, it passed vehicles with its tires in the same lane as the other cars.
Going up on Chapel Parkway, Rick. Past Chapel Parkway. Get off on Chapel Parkway. Get off on Chapel Parkway.
539, Lord City, right here on South Parkway 16.
Alright, well, we're about to get on the Chapel Parkway.
539, just drive. Hey, go to ring it, back on gas, back on gas.
It was clear that the driver of the Altima showed no regard for their safety or that of others on the roadway. Trooper determined that a pit maneuver was the most effective and quickest way to stop the violator from endangering other drivers.
Any contact.
No contact.
39, behind the vehicle, I got you, I'm right behind you.
After Trooper executed the pit maneuver, the suspect was successfully stopped. Within seconds, other troopers arrived at the scene. They all exited their vehicles and arrested the suspect, taking him into custody without further incident. In Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, on August 1, 2021, Trooper R. Youngblood was patrolling Moreland Avenue near I-20 when a license plate reader alert indicated a suspended registration for the tag, associated with a 2010 Hyundai Sonata, but displayed on a black Jeep SUV. Trooper executed a U-turn and followed the Jeep as it traveled eastbound on I-20. After confirming the tag was registered to the Sonata, Trooper attempted a traffic stop. The driver, identified as Mr. Derek Alexander, failed to stop and initiated a vehicle pursuit.
Alright, still driving from home, 1080,
1080, north on Glenwood.
Better northbound, Woodwood.
Left on Wilkinson. Left turn on Wilkinson back to Memorial.
Better turn on Wilkinson, back west, north.
Mr. Alexander made an improper left turn onto Glenwood Avenue and accelerated at excessive speed, driving on the wrong side of the road and narrowly avoiding a head-on collision with oncoming traffic. He then turned left onto Wilkinson Drive and continued to flee, showing no regard for the public. This area is heavily populated, with many pedestrians due to a nearby park. Mr. Alexander continued fleeing recklessly at excessive speeds, launching the vehicle airborne after hitting speed humps. The pursuit went north on Wilkinson Drive, and as he approached the intersection with Memorial Drive, he failed to stop at the red light and turned east onto Memorial Drive.
Right on Hosea. Left on Orange. Clear.
Howard Street, Howard has 60 clear. Clear, Howard has 60.
Clear.
Right on Memorial. Clear, right, road. Taking the left on Elbow. Clear, left on Elbow. Passing Liberty in the Belugan. Coming upwards. Third, Willie, y'all drive.
Mr. Alexander attempted to exit I-20 West at Moreland Avenue, but heavy traffic greeted him at the top of the ramp. Trooper George 11 was already there to assist and made contact with Alexander's vehicle, preventing any further escape. At that moment, Trooper exited his patrol car, drew his service weapon, and directed it at Alexander, issuing verbal commands. The suspect was successfully stopped and arrested, with troopers taking him into custody without further incident. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more amazing pursuits.